Radio, Rahim with Frank Warren. We're finally on my side of the pond. We spent so much time in your backyard, but boy, we've got an event that brought us here, and for good reason. I have to start with that chaos on the stage. I know you hate all of this stuff. I seen it. I saw you turn. You're having a good time, and then you started to get pissed off. But I have to credit you. You're the only promoter up there that didn't pocket any of that stripper money.
They were only $1 bills.
They still took them. And he put stuff in his pocket. Oscar, you're having none of it.
No, none of that.
But what do you make of these antics? I mean, it looked like Berlanga got to you a little bit.
Got to me?
Yeah, you were saying he's going to fight.
Oh, no, because he's just trying all the time to upset my man, who's, Hamza's cool, calm and collected. He handled it well, weren't being faced. Edgar's one of those fighters who's got to keep lifting himself, come up with something. But I was watching him, and that's where I started saying, I said to him, don't worry about all this nonsense. And I said what I had to say, and I could see his face, and,
But
it's all nonsense stuff, but it's good for him.
Now listen, I'm not a terrible lip reader, Frank. In the face-off, what were you saying to Berlanga?
I was saying, behave yourself, old chap.
Okay, we'll put the subtitles in. But what do you think Berlanga brings to this fight? Because obviously he's motivated in his backyard, but Shiraz coming off a tough...
His own backyard, he's a winning fighter, he can punch, he can fight. I think he's only lost one fight, isn't he, against Canelo? He's a tough guy, he's got everything going for him right here, but the pressure's on him. Pressure's not on Hamza. Hamza's coming here, and although it's his backyard, the ring is Hamza's yard. Once he gets in there, if he does what I know he's capable of doing, he can do a job on this fella. He can do a job on him. But it'll be an exciting fight.
You talk about the mental aspect of the game with Hamza, and this is such a pivotal moment. Not that it's a huge fight or a title shot, but it's because he's coming off a fight that some people thought he lost. He got away with a draw.
He got a very fortunate decision. But he was dead at the weight. He bunged his hand up. He was dead at the weight. He's at a comfortable weight now. It's a bit like when he moved up before. Moved up to super. Moved up from middleweight to super. When he moved up, he was struggling at that weight, and he put a magnificent performance in on his debut at that weight. He's gone straight in the deep in here. He's not dipped his toe in the water. Straight in a big fight, and he believes in himself. And Andy's doing a great job of him. I believe they really gelled well. And this is a fight he definitely can win.
We know he's one of Turkey's favorites. Berlanga said that he had a conversation with His Excellency about what the future might hold if he were successful. What might the future hold if Hamza comes through?
Look, they're all looking at Canelo, aren't they? Canelo's got Crawford, first of all, in September in Vegas. That's a tough fight. It's a great fight. But it's all lively. I mean, all these fights, there's so many permutations of fights to be made. So I hope my man comes through. I believe he can come through. And then that'd be great. Just decide if he can get the winner. That'd be fabulous.
I mean, that's a big ask. Even if he knocks out Berlanga, Canelo, win, lose, or draw with Crawford for Hamza, is he ready for that right now?
Look, he's been a pro for a long time now. I think he's ready for it. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful again to Canelo. Canelo last time out, he was in with a guy who, basically was on the back foot the whole way through, but he didn't look good. He didn't look good in that fight. And then I look at Crawford, who fought the Eastern European, I can't remember his name now, who gave him, he's only had, he was a good fighter, only got 12 fights, gave him a tough fight, a very close fight and a tough fight. So these guys at the age they are now, they're fighting some of the young bucks, and we'll see what happens.
Another young buck, if we'll use that term, coming through in just 2 weeks' time. I mean, this is really the appetizer for the big show. We got undisputed heavyweight champion fight, and the narrative just doesn't stop. Where do you believe Daniel Dubois is in his development against what has to be considered the best heavyweight of our time at the moment? Correct.
All that thing of what you say about Usyk is spot on. Where is it? I think I've got to go with the comment that was made by Usyk's team. First time round, they fought Daniel Dubois. They're fighting Daniel the man now, and he's had a confidence builder in his last 3 fights. Fought 3 world-class fighters, former world champions, interim champions, undefeated fighters. Two undefeated fighters, and knocks them all out, stops them all, came through in great style. So he's feeling good about himself at the moment, and he also knows he can hurt Usyk because he hurt him. He knows he can hurt him, and I think mentally now he's grown up in a big way, and that's going to make the difference in this fight.
They say styles make fights. We've seen these fights before with Usyk and Dubois. You say he's a man now. If you were to just give me, as a boxing aficionado, one thing that Dubois can do to change the outcome this time around, what's one weapon that he brings that maybe he didn't bring the first time out?
His jab.
The jab. The jab.
His jab. He's got a fabulous jab. Great jab. He's big. He looks a different guy altogether now. He's mobile. He's fast, as Usyk is. But I think this is going to be a. As soon as that first bell goes, that's going to be a clash, because Usyk will take the fight to him. He's not going to back off him. He'll take the fight to him. You mark my words.
Now, before I let you go, I was in Istanbul before I got to New York, and I'm sure you heard there's news out of Istanbul randomly. Yeah. Even seconds out, we shot the conversation between Turkey and Tyson. We didn't know that's what it was going to be, but it's what it turned out to be. Were you read in on this conversation? Was this something that Turkey pulled off in the moment, or is this something you guys worked on together?
Tyson, no, we haven't worked on nothing. Tyson, obviously there have been conversations, but Tyson made his mind up what he wants to do now.
Did he make it up right in that moment?
No, I think it's been there for a little while. It's been there for a little while. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're a long way away. It's not going to happen this year.
Well, he's insisted that, well, it sounded at least like he's insisting on Usyk. He's put this April date out. Like, how far down the track are we with this?
Let's see what happens on the 19th at Wembley. And, I mean, it doesn't mean he can't fight Usyk. He can still fight Usyk if he's the loser. I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, the first two fights were classic fights, great fights. I'd watch it again. And he wants his revenge.
I know it's uncomfortable, but I would imagine two fights of more importance than a Usyk 3, especially if Dubois comes through. Joshua, which is big money for everybody.
Yeah.
And Dubois, who could be undisputed.
There's a great permutation of fights, so let's see what happens on the 19th, and we'll see where we go with it.
Let me just press you a little bit. I know these are uncomfortable questions, but
no, they're not. I hear what you're asking.
Everyone is a little bit up in arms at the idea of an Usyk 3. It's the Joshua fight we expect him to come back for. You're a promoter, Frank. How far can you push Fury in the direction of what the fans want?
I ain't going to push him anywhere. I would never push him. He's the guy getting in the ring. It's up to him. I'd give him my advice. What he does is his business. It's his decision. He's the guy getting in the ring. He doesn't need to fight. He's a very wealthy guy. If he comes back to fight, of course he'll get paid. But if he does come back to fight, he's doing it because he's a fighting man. And it'll be his decision who he wants to fight.
Has he played a little bit of an unfair game with Joshua, kind of walking him down the aisle and never saying I do?
I don't think he said at any time that he said that he was.
He was never intended to fight Joshua.
No, I'm not saying he's not going to fight him, but he's never led him down the aisle. I tried to make the fight. For years we tried to make the fight. It didn't happen. Who knows? It may happen.
I hope it does happen. Everybody wants it to happen. You're the man that can make it happen, Frank. I know you're being very close to the best, but you've got the finger on the button. So push it. Radio Rahim with Frank Warren, Queensberry. We'll be back in London for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship in just a week's time, but don't miss this fight here in New York. A cracker. Thank you.